Hello everyone, welcome you all on day 2. Here again we will be discussing the 5 questions of current affairs. So our sources are the Hindu and the PIV, Press Information Bureau, which is the official newspaper of the Government of India. So let's start with the first question. With respect to the World Economic Forum, which of the following statement is are correct? 1. It is non-profit organization. 2. Its aim is to committed to improving the state of world. 3. Its theme for 2018 is responsible leadership. 4. Every year its meeting takes place in Davos in Switzerland. A. 1, 2, 3 only. B. 1, 2 and 4 only. C. 2, 3 and 4 only. D. All of the above. So you have to mark the first right answer of these questions. I will be discussing the solution of this question in the next slide. So to right answer of this question is B. The World Economic Forum, which is a Swiss-based non-profit foundations, and its motto is committed to improving the state of the world. And the theme for 2018 is creating a shared future in fractured world. So this statement was given incorrect in the questions. Responsible leadership was actually theme of 2017. So theme for 2018 is creating a shared future in a fractured world, and the forum is best known for its annual meeting at the end of the January in Davos. Every year it is being held in Davos in Switzerland. So this has been in news because Honorable Prime Minister, he visited World Economic Forum, and he visited after 20 years. The last Prime Minister who visited World Economic Forum was H.D. Devegoda. That's why we have framed question on it. So this was all about the World Economic Forum. So move ahead. So here is the second question. Consider the following statement with respect to National Disaster Response Force (NDRF). 1. NDRF is under the National Disaster Management Authority. 2. It was formed under the Disaster Management Act 2005. 3. President is the chairman of National Disaster Management Authority. 4. It is only dedicated disaster response force in the world. Which of the above given statement is are correct? 1, 2, 3 only. B. 2, 3, 4 only. C. 1, 2, 4 only. And D. All of the above. So you have to mark the right answer of this question. I will be discussing the solution of these questions in the next slide. So to right answer of this question is C. So you can see here that statement third is incorrect, because actually president is not the chairman of National Disaster Management Authority. It is Prime Minister who is the chairman of NDMA. And second statement is correct. It was formed under the Disaster Management Act 2005, and it is the only dedicated disaster response force in the world. And NDRF is under the National Disaster Management Authority. All of the above are all of the statements are correct except the statement third. So this was again in news because on 19th of January they celebrated their raising day. So we have again framed questions directly from the PIV on NDRF. So let's move it. So here is the third question, very straightforward. And Kuala Lumpur Declaration, which is related to A. Establishment of ASEAN. B. Establishment of AEC. C. Joining of India in ASEAN. D. Signing of Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, which is called RCEP, is a free trade agreement between the ASEAN and the 6 other countries, ASEAN plus 6 countries. So you have to mark the right answer of this question. I will be discussing the solution of this question in the next slide. So to right answer of this question is B. ASEAN Economic Community. Actually this Kuala Lumpur Declaration is related, it is concerned with the ASEAN Economic Community, which will be U-style regional economic bloc. It will have single market with a free flow of goods, capital and the skill labor in the regions. AEC, which will help less developed economic link up with more developed ones. It will be U-style, European style, where free trade agreements has been signed. So you can read more about the ASEAN, which was itself inaugurated on 8th of August 1967, and ASEAN declarations, which is commonly known as the Bangkok Declarations. So this was again in news, as you know that all the 10 members of the ASEANs, they are going to attend the Republic Day parade on this year. That's why it was news, and we again from these questions. So it is the fourth question. Which of the following reports are not being issued by World Economic Forum? Not being issued by WEF. Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Report. Second, Global Competitiveness Report. Third, World Investment Report. And fourth, Global Hunger Report. A. 1, 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 2 and 3 only. and D. 3 and 4 only. You have to mark the right answer of this question. I will be discussing the solution in the next slide. So, the right answer of this question is D. World Hunger Report and the World Investment Report, they are not being issued by the World Economic Forum, they are issued by their respective organization. World Investment Report is being issued by International Monetary Fund, and the World Hunger Report, which was recently issued, in which India stood at 100th positions out of 118 country, and we are shown in very bad shape, country like India. So it is being issued by IFPRI, International Food Policy Research Institute, and the World Investment Report, which was asked a lot of time in the exams, even in UPSC in 2016. It is being issued by the International Monetary Fund. So Travel and Tourism Report and the Global Competitiveness Report, only two statement the reports which are given in the questions, they are issued by the World Economic Forum. So here is the fifth and the last question of today. With the reference to the GeoParcy scheme, which of the following scheme is, it is actually not scheme, it is actually statement, which of the following statement is are correct? The main objective of GeoParcy scheme is to reverse the declining trend of Parsi populations. 2. It is implemented by Ministry of Minority Affairs and the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. 3. Projar Foundation is also an integral part of the implementing this scheme. A. 1 and 3 only. B. 1 and 2 only. C. 2 and 3 only. And D. All of the above. So you have to mark the right answer of this question. I will be discussing the solution of this question in the next slide. So to right answer of this question is A. Main objective is to reverse the declining trend of Parsi population in India, and the Parsi still, as of now, Parsi they constitute less than 1% of population of the country. That's why this scheme was launched by Ministry of Minority Affairs, Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, and it is implemented by itself, Ministry of Minority Affairs, and the Projar Foundation is also collaborating with the respective ministry to implement this scheme. So this was in news again, GeoParcy scheme, because actually originally it was launched in the 2013. In the second phase was launched recently, just 2 days back. So that's why it was in news, and we again framed question on it. So this was all about Parsi Geo scheme. So thank you very much for listening.